The amount of information that we as a society receive every day is immeasurable.
Information that never seems to elude our minds is information about climate change. People are always fighting for one extreme side or the other, but they never seem to tell you all the facts.
So here are some facts. 4 out of 5, that's 80% of the world's most populated countries, have air quality that's unhealthy to hazardous. The 5th country has air quality that's unhealthy for sensitive people. Countries with hazardous air are more likely to experience the phenomenon of acid rain, which can kill animals and crops, which will send a populated country into a famine-like state.
If you expand this list of populated countries to 10, you find that the top 10 most populated countries have air quality that was deemed unhealthy or hazardous. While it is still 60% of the group, that is considerably less than the 80% as stated before.
Something more to add to your fears is that because the ocean absorbs 93% of excess heat, it is becoming warmer further up the coast. The warm water brings fish, and fish bring sharks. These warmer waters also attract tourists. The tourists swim with hungry sharks, resulting in unfortunate events.
Yes, the water is becoming warmer, and warm water brings sharks, but they aren't there to do any harm to people. If you look at this map from Shark Attacks from 2018, we can see that there are very few places that weren't normal. This new shark migration is nothing to be afraid of.
Climate change has led to severe changes in weather patterns. Since 1975, there have been 20 to 30% more Category 4 and 5 hurricanes. This is on the Saffir-Simpson scale, which categorizes hurricanes from 1 to 5, with 5 being the worst. These hurricanes are incredibly destructive to our homes and our lives.
There have been more Category 4 and 5 hurricanes, but as you can see in the graph, in the past 10 years, there have been on average less hurricanes in a year and less that make groundfall. We have to be prepared for hurricanes to hit, but we also have to acknowledge that they're happening less and less over the years.
Our entire planet depends on the ecosystems that inhabit it. Climate change is destroying these ecosystems. You can clearly see this with the Arctic. The ice is melting at a rate that doesn't give the animals that live there enough time to adapt. This results in extinction of species like polar bears, beluga whales, and many more.
In a study once done by a biology professor at UC Berkeley, Steve Bessinger, he found that animals have been successfully adapting to climate change. Another study done by a biologist from UC Irvine, Stephen Franks, found that plants have also been adapting to climate change. Plants and animals are evolutionarily prepared for changing climates.
Climate change exists, and there's not a sane person who would say otherwise. But we have to not be afraid of what's going on.
The world is not going to end in 12 years. Don't feel guilty about having children. Understand and educate yourself on the full extent of what's happening.
We cannot live in fear. We must fix the problems that are occurring and fix without convincing people that the world is ending.
This isn't the end, but it can be a beginning for us to create a better world for the next generation.